ask you something. What happens when you take some of Nintendo's finest characters and throw them into a fighting game? You get Yes, a fighting game featuring Nintendo's characters is a sure winner. But how well does it hold up against its superior sequels? Let's find out. Super Smash Bros. Is of course a fighting game, but what sets it apart from other fighting games is its style. Rather than a health bar, players duke it out on 8 stages, dealing damage in the form of percentage. The more percentage the opponent has, the farther they fly when they're hit again. Once their damage builds up, a powerful smash attack will send your opponent off screen and losing a life or a point. Items also play a role, as they help or hinder each player. You have a total of 12 characters to choose from, ranging from many Nintendo franchises. What's cool about this game is the 4-player simultaneous mayhem that erupts during gameplay. It's obvious that the multiplayer wins the day, and for obvious reasons. You can play with so many options. You can have free-for-all or team battle. You can also set the time and number of lives you want to have. But the best of all is the weapon select, which allows you to modify the amount and what kind of weapons you want. You can have all guns or all Pokemon, and my favorite, all home run bats. There is a single player option too, but it's the least enjoyable of the experience. It's much like those classic arcade modes, where you go through a ladder-like format, fighting everyone before eventually fighting Master Hand. Along the way, you play bonus games like break the targets and board the platforms. To be honest, the single player is quite dull, and it is clear that the multiplayer is where you'll find the most enjoyment in. With simple controls and fast gameplay, it's clearly one of the best party games on N64. I felt the graphics in Super Smash Bros. Are kind of low quality. Don't get me wrong, they're not horrible, they're just below average. The levels all represent a game from a Nintendo franchise and are well designed. My biggest problem is the sprites and character models. The sprites are just 2D models on a 3D background, and no matter what way you look at them, they always keep a two-dimensional form. The character models are very blocky and not well rendered, probably for the fact of its low budget. In conclusion, Super Smash Bros. Graphics are okay. The levels are nicely designed, but the character models and sprites are low quality. The Super Smash Bros. Series has been praised for its control scheme, by being very easy but hard to master. The simplicity makes the game more open to any kind of audience. The A button uses your normal attack, the B button does your special attack. All the attacks can come in variety by moving the control stick in a certain way. When over an item, the A button picks it up and uses it. The R button throws them. The Z button also activates your shield. While your shield is on, you can dodge enemies by tapping the control stick in a horizontal manner. Finally, the up C button does jumps and double jumps. For most characters who aren't Jigglypuff, pressing up and B will do a third jump and attack. Also note that each character has their types of attack. In conclusion, the controls for Super Smash Bros. Are great, and like I said before, they are very simple and difficult to master. The music in Super Smash Bros. Is remixed from other Nintendo games and suits their franchise property, from the traditional Mario theme to the excellent Zelda theme, it also has some interesting tracks of its own. In conclusion, the music is classic, catchy, and perfectly suits their level. Super Smash Bros. Is one of the best party games on N64. Its fast, intense action combined with simple control makes the game easy to pick up and play. But if you played the newer games, you might not enjoy this one as much. But if you bought this game when it was new, it's great to play for nostalgia factor.